Hi everybody, Lance from ThetaTraders.com here. This quick vlog type video, I'm going to go over just general 2023 thoughts, how I was trading. I'm going to do some slight modifications for 2024 and the reasons why. I did write a blog post in the description down below, so I'll be reflecting on that as well. This will be the last video for 2023. Everyone enjoy Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'll be traveling to Colorado after Christmas. Gonna go snowboarding, and fingers crossed it works out pretty well. Been the first time in 10 years since I've done it. In Colorado, they have those big mountains, so we'll see how that goes. I'm also going to do a nice train ride in the snowy, wintry weather there, so it should be a beautiful take there. I'm going to spend those times just reflecting, enjoying family, obviously, and going to come out 2024 stronger. So let's look at the blog post that I left, and I'll give some additional thoughts as I read through parts of it. All right, so again, there's a link in the description down below if you want to read through this blog post. I'm just going to go over the main thoughts. So 2023 was a very successful year, more successful than I thought. My goal was 2.5% per month. And right now, by end of December, pretty much closed out everything. There's maybe one or two more that might close next week, but 4.2% in December, 3.75% per month if I average just all the returns per month. So really good 2023. It was a pretty strong bull market in most of the year. There were a few dips, especially in September and August was a bit lower. April was actually a really good month, but I know some others had some trouble there. And can't be many happier than I am right now on the 2023 goals. So again, target goal is 2.5% a month. And I easily pass that with 3.7583 bar with the 3333s, right? Now, one of the things that I was trying to do is for 2024, I'm going to be going more into ES, safeguard strategies. So I've been using MES primarily, but the account size is adequate now. So I'm using ES. So in pretty much near end of October, early November, the market did make this bull run, and I was able to close out stuff a bit earlier. And I took shorter term safeguard trades, 45, 60 days out or so. It doesn't take in as much premium as 120 days, still relatively safe in my positions, but I was able to close most of those out as well. And that's why the November, Decembers were a bit higher than the averages. Now, reflecting on these, they weren't necessarily needed. I could have made over 2.5% anyway, just following the trading plan exactly the way it was. So I don't think it was necessarily a bad idea doing these trades. It just happened to work out really good on a big bull market. If it didn't, it would have stretched out another few weeks into early mid-January. But in mid-January is when I'm planning on using the additional funds for ES anyway. I'm relatively low in my position sizes right now because I'm going to be going on vacation. I don't want to have a ton of positions at play. So I'll be on my meditative skateboarding, and next few weeks, a few things that I'm thinking about. Be more mechanical in taking profits. I was taking profits a little bit earlier in the last few months. Usually I get around 90% on the naked puts on my safeguards, but I was closing it out around 50 to 70% in most cases. However, it happened much shorter than the average time. And if you look at how much I made per day on the theta decay, it was actually greater than it could have been at the 90%. So if you want to be a little bit more active on these things, you could do things like that. Not necessary, but if you want to be a little bit more active on it, it is possible to make bigger returns, especially if the market treats us right? So one of the things is when you close out a trade early and then you re-enter a new one, if that starts to get challenged, then you're going to show a short-term loss on the new trade. But if you were just sticking to your mechanical rules and you happen to be in a good profit, but you don't take on a new trade, you just let it decay as your normal strategy, if the market turns, you're still probably in good positions. When you enter a new trade, your strikes could be higher up, could be a little bit closer to the money, especially if you're entering a new trade in. So those are some things to think about. Also, I'm going to keep a regular contribution rate in general. If I'm able to save more, I will probably put that in more of a lump sum than just all at once. So we're going to do $1,000 at the end of each month, starting in the end of January. And then it'll be easier to track exactly how my returns are and how the plan is actually working out. Now, being able to put in that extra 1,000 a month into those futures, again, will make it a little bit easier to track where my returns are. I will be tracking the returns on my net liquidating change, my realized closed profits change, and SPY to see how I'm doing compared to just buy and hold SPY. That was going to be one of my main plans for 2024. I'm going to briefly show you the 2024 spreadsheet. So a lot of the tabs on the bottom compared to 2023 are very similar. Still credit spread, 3-month SPY, 0 DTE. Added a broken wing butterfly recently. It's been a really good strategy so far, but it has been a bull market. So almost got challenged this week, but bounced back up on Thursday, Friday, so we were good. Weekly MES, same idea. It's a 100% win rate in almost 2 years now on these. One of the main differences is I'm going to do strangles in one tab and safeguard trades in a separate tab. So what I was doing before is I was putting some gold, oil, safeguard trades on here, and I was just doing MES or ES here. I'm going to add gold, oil into this tab, and these are all pure safeguard trades. And that's one of the main differences in the spreadsheet. For covered triangle, same idea. Futures profit, same idea. We're going to look at each week as well, so I could track my returns each week compared to SPY. Previously in 2023, I was doing the whole month in the end, so slight difference there. Possible incomes, the new one that I've been using is beginning of the month. I'm going to look for the possible profits. That's if everything closes in the estimated time that it has in the very long-term average. We'll look at the 5 strategies, monthly oil deltas, covered strangles, MES strangles, safeguard trades, and then safeguards for other commodities. I'll also add bill. And then I can see if I'm reaching my goals for the month. January will be a little bit lower because I was waiting to enter more of the safeguards in January, and those will take a couple months before I get the profit. But I'm perfectly fine with that because the last few months in 2023 were really good. So if you look again, November 6.4%, December 4.3%, and that includes any losses and whatnot. So all in all, this is the slight changes here. And we're going to be just tracking the results a little bit better than last year. Highly recommend, if you're a member of ThetaTraders.com, to do a similar spreadsheet. You could just do file, make a copy here, and then add your own trades if you want. If you're taking most of my trades, just add the ones that I put in. You also get access to this as a updated sheet. So again, Lance from ThetaTraders.com. Thanks for watching the whole video. Have a good holiday season, and we'll hit 2024 really strong. And happy trading.